Life is full of painful truths, and here's one of the hardest. People come and go. Those connections we cling to, those relationships we pour ourselves into, they're not as permanent as we'd like to think. We want them to be, but deep down, we know better. People drift, they disappoint, they exit, sometimes without warning. So, the question is, are you ready to face it? Are you willing to stop holding on so tightly and start focusing on what you can control? Let's get something straight. The pain isn't in the loss itself, it's in our refusal to accept it. The Stoics knew this well. They understood that the real strength doesn't come from avoiding emotions, but from mastering them. That's why they taught the art of emotional detachment, not as a way to stop caring, but as a path to reclaiming your power. Rule 1. Accept impermanence. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic minds, had a brutal truth for us. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Think about that for a second. We create stories about people, attach our happiness to them, but in reality, all relationships are temporary. People will leave. Circumstances will change. Clinging only tightens the chains around us, while letting go sets us free. It's not pessimism, it's clarity. When you embrace impermanence, you learn to live fully, appreciating every moment for what it is, a fleeting gift. Rule 2. Your mind is in control, not your emotions. Let's cut to it. Your emotions don't rule you. They are products of your thoughts. When someone hurts you or leaves, it's not the act itself that drives the pain. It's your interpretation. You give it meaning, and then that meaning grips you. But the Stoics taught a different way. You have the power to control your response, to decide how you'll let it impact you. Don't hand over that power to anyone or anything outside yourself. The mind holds the key to your freedom. Start using it. Rule 3. Visualize loss before it happens. Sounds harsh, right? But negative visualization is one of the strongest tools in the Stoic arsenal. Picture life without the people you're attached to. Not to be cynical, but to build resilience. If you can face the thought of losing them, you'll find yourself stronger when life changes course. When you know in your heart that everything is temporary, you become unbreakable. You're free to love and connect deeply, without letting that love become a prison. Rule 4. Focus on what's within your control. This is where most people stumble. We think we can control how others feel about us, influence their behavior, make them stay. But here's the harsh reality. You can't. You can't make someone care the way you do. You can't control their thoughts, their choices, or their loyalty. And the more you try, the more you set yourself up for pain. Real freedom comes when you stop chasing after control where it doesn't exist. Focus on what's in your hands, your thoughts, your actions, your self-respect. Let everything else fall where it will. Rule 5. See the bigger picture. When you're in the middle of emotional chaos, it feels like the whole world is crashing down. But zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. Life is vast, and no one relationship, no single event, should have the power to define you. The Stoics knew that when we obsess over one person or moment, we lose perspective. Your life is a long journey with countless paths, people, and experiences. When you see that bigger picture, you realize that nothing is worth losing yourself over. Here's the truth. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting down. It's about setting yourself free. Free from the illusion that you need things to stay the same, that you need people to validate you, that you need circumstances to go your way. Life will keep changing. People will keep leaving. But the real question is, will you let that define you? Or will you find strength in letting go? If this hit home for you, if you're ready to reclaim your power, drop a yes in the comments. Share your story. Who or what are you finally letting go of? Remember, this space is for you. Subscribe, because you deserve more than a life of attachments. You deserve freedom.